We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to go over some of the things we've heard since the Godzilla 2014 release last week. And there have been numerous reviews. Obviously, the early reviews that we saw, the people who are privileged, the grand media who were able to go out there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even the week before that, and see this movie, for the most part, they all gave positive reviews. Then came us, the YouTubers, who were giving reviews basically Thursday, Friday, and going into the weekend. And there have been a lot of comments shot around about this movie. A lot of people expressing themselves. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers, non-YouTubers, people who like to view their respective channels or that they're a fan of whatever channel. And there have been a lot of interesting things said. Now, some people have made valid arguments, okay? You know, not seeing Godzilla enough is a valid argument if you want to see more of him. However, I do not think that's a reason for the movie to fail. It's a formula that they followed from Toho, which has worked. And actually, it does work for this movie because, hate it or not, you're still thirsting for more of them, aren't you? So, one way or another, it worked. For better or worse, that approach worked. Then there's people complaining about, you know, the Muto, you know, and that they were in the movie more than Godzilla. Well, you know, if you recall, during the marketing campaign, we saw a lot of Godzilla and like no Muto. We didn't get to see Muto until like another about roughly a week or two before the movie came out, and one of those views were a leak, so that doesn't even really count. And I like the fact that they highlighted the Muto so much. I thought they were a very interesting design. But here are some of the things we've heard over from the time the movie came out up to this very moment where I'm doing this video. So I'm going to go over just a couple of quotes that I heard. You guys might recognize these quotes. If you do, that's fine, but we're just going to go over some of them. All right, so this one was good. Godzilla stumbles out the gate with $93 million. Stumbles out the gate with $93 million. I mean, you know, if someone hates the movie, just come out and say it. There's no need to be so obviously indirect about your displeasure for the movie. And to me, that comment right there says, I hate the movie and I hate the fact that it did good. Stumbling out the gate would be if the movie was forecasted for 70, 75 million, which it was, and they came out and they did 30. That's a stumble. In fact, that's a trip and fall. Stumbling would have been more along the lines of like 60, 10 million under forecast, or 15 million under forecast. They did $93 million, nearly 20 million over their forecast, and that's stumbling out of the gate? Please. Okay, next one. I mean, and this one you guys have heard before, and I'm just going to give a quick advice on this one. All right, so this movie proves that the 98 movie was much better. I mean, the minute you hear something like that, don't even bother responding. Such an obvious troll. I mean, anyone who says that is just trolling. They're just trying to get a rise out of the fans. It's been working because I've seen some people out there just responding with feverish responses. Just ignore it. There's no way in hell anyone can make a case for 98 over this movie. There's no way. There's no way. Case in point, one of the other comments I heard revolving around this one is if you put every Godzilla character from the 98 movie into the 2014 movie, it would be a lot better. Let's test that theory. Let's put, here's a scenario. Matthew Broderick is playing Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's in the Halo scene. You mean I gotta jump out of this plane? I'm just a worm guy. See, does that work? Does that work? No, of course not. How about if you were to see Hank Azaria playing the Admiral, running around with a camera? See, it doesn't go together. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And what, are you going to take Matthew Broderick's girlfriend from the first movie and put her as Elizabeth Olsen? So that nice scene, and it wasn't, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it was a groundbreaking scene, but the nice scene in the hospital where she finally talks to Ford, and she's like, she's crying. And she's, you guys remember the scene. So let's picture the other girl in that scene. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you. I'm so scared. I can't believe this is happening. All I wanted to ever do is be a reporter. See, this doesn't fit. It doesn't work. You know, I don't know. There's just something missing there. Or how about this? Jean Reno, who is a fantastic actor, Dr. Serizawa. You know, the arrogance of man is thinking that they are in control of nature and not the other way around. We? Mm-hmm. Coffee? See, it just, it doesn't fit. Oh my god. Alright, so, the Muto look exactly like Cloverfield. Can Cloverfield fly? Alright. To be fair, there's some resemblance. Okay? But do they look exactly alike? No. In fact, I mean, Clover's a nice design, don't get me wrong. But they're not twins. And Clover doesn't fly. So at least be fair and say, you know, the design is similar to Cloverfield, so I wasn't too crazy about that. Rather than saying, they look like fucking Cloverfield, why the fuck do we have to have the same? I mean, it's amazing how much people are really so, like, intense. Like, I'm an intense fan. But, I did criticize the movie. I did say the movie was flawed. I did say Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance was lackluster. It wasn't the groundbreaking script. It was a simple story. Nothing crazy. I didn't go and try and give the movie an Oscar. But every review I'm seeing is just one person hanging off the other person's ass. It's one person hanging off the other person's ass. One person says something, then the next person comes in and they say the same thing. Or they'll say something similar, but they'll deliver the message differently. But what I'm not noticing is nobody is giving a real critique reason as to why they hate this movie or why it's so bad. If you want to argue that you didn't see enough Godzilla, fine. That's one person's taste over the other. If you want to argue how you were upset about how they cut off the scene at the airport, that's fine. I've said I can understand that argument. I thought it was funny, but I knew watching it at the time that it was going to upset some people. The whole Godzilla being a hero thing. I mean, it's a PG-13 movie. Does anyone remember when I said I wanted this to be a rated R movie so that way but it's a PG. Everybody wanted PG-13. Everybody was happy when they got PG-13. You see a PG-13 Godzilla, and now you're crying. There's kids watching the movie. Of course, he's going to be looked at as a hero, but he's not a hero. A hero does not kill thousands and thousands of people. Even Man of Steel can't get the full blame for killing people. He's facing a whole alien race. Before Godzilla even faced off against his first Muto, he must have drowned a good couple of thousand people. I mean, come on. When you hear people review a movie, you can kind of tell who's reviewing it with critiqueness and being very objective, one side and the other, and you can tell who's just doing it just because they know that if they slam the movie, they're going to get a lot of attention because fanboys, and look, I'm a Godzilla fanboy, I'm going to admit it, but I know I was fair, I like the movie for the reasons I liked it, because watching Godzilla for so many years, I knew that if Gareth was going to follow the Toho theme, there wasn't going to be Godzilla from beginning to end. So when I see what people were claiming to be kaiju fans complaining about the amount of time they see Godzilla, to me, I think it's a joke. Because if you saw the original, in fact, if you've seen almost nearly every Godzilla movie, even the Versus movies where he's fighting other monsters, he is hardly shown. He's not shown till at least the middle of the movie. Terror of Mechagodzilla, what was he in there for, like 5-10 minutes? He was at the ending fight scene and he showed up for one quick battle with Titanosaurus in the city. But everybody wants to say, oh, why didn't they make it like the Toho movies? Well, hey, guess what? If I want Toho movies, I got fucking, 27 of them? I mean, if you want a Toho movie, go buy them. They're there. They're available. This is not a Toho movie, but damn it, Gareth did a good job trying to capture the theme of how Toho does it. He kept teasing Godzilla. He showed two very, very nicely designed monsters, in my opinion. And then people were complaining about them having this whole relationship. I mean, everybody wants a grounded Godzilla. You ground the movie and you make these monsters act like actual animals that are trying to survive, and now people want to criticize it? So, because these monsters are trying to do their natural thing, according to the story, suddenly it's bad? What? I mean, did you want them to come out from space and land on Earth and start this wrecking shit without worrying about anything else? I mean, that's brainless. There's no interest there. I mean, it's fun to watch when you're watching a 1970s movie, but if I'm gonna pay $20 fucking for me and another person, or $10 for myself, I don't want to watch something I can watch 27 times in a row if I'm home. Who wants that? So, I mean, when you watch those reviews, just keep in mind what they're saying. When they're slamming the movie, you see the same person slamming the movie the same way the prior person did. I find that the best reviews came before the movie was officially out, by real media outlets that were going out there and really reviewing the movie and giving, even the bad ones, giving concrete criticism. Where now, the minute I hear somebody say that $93 million is not a good performance at the box office, come on. Really? I mean, that's just either explicit trolling or just, I don't like the movie. And if you don't like the movie, that's fine. But at least be objective about your criticism instead of repeating what everybody else is repeating. Because you know that if you slam it, the fanboys will come, they will flame you, your numbers will go up and say, ha, I actually like this movie, but I'm flaming it because I want to make $1. So that's how I see it anyway. That's me. Anyway, enough rambling. I just thought it'd be interesting to point out some of those comments that I've heard in other videos and some comments from other viewers. And regardless of the fact, man, the movie's a success right now. So it only really needs to do $200 million here in the States. They're already a little under halfway there. So as long as they make their 4 or 5 overseas, and they've already done over 100, we're good. We are good. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to go over some of the things we've heard since the Godzilla 2014 release last week. And there have been numerous reviews. Obviously, the early reviews that we saw, the people who are privileged, the grand media who were able to go out there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even the week before that, and see this movie, for the most part, they all gave positive reviews. Then came us, the YouTubers, who were giving reviews basically Thursday, Friday, and going into the weekend. And there have been a lot of comments shot around about this movie. A lot of people expressing themselves. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers, non-YouTubers, people who like to view their respective channels or that they're a fan of whatever channel. And there have been a lot of interesting things said. Now, some people have made valid arguments, okay? Not seeing Godzilla enough is a valid argument if you want to see more of him. However, I do not think that's a reason for the movie to fail. It's a formula that they followed from Toho, which has worked. And actually, it does work for this movie, because hate it or not, you're still thirsting for more of them, aren't you? So, one way or another, it worked. For better or worse, that approach worked. Then there's people complaining about, the Muto, and that they were in the movie more than Godzilla. Well, if you recall, during the marketing campaign, we saw a lot of Godzilla and no Muto. We didn't get to see Muto until about roughly a week or two before the movie came out. And one of those views were